Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Elaine. Today we're going to have a look at my 2020 reading journal now that it is completed, totally finished. Everything from 2020 has gone into it, and to be honest, 2020 was a bit of a funny reading year for me. I didn't read as much as I would normally read. I just could not get into the humour for reading, so it's not as full as it would have been normally, and I just didn't have the motivation for stuff like this very much in 2020. I haven't stuck this in yet into the cover because the cover is totally like not, the spine isn't wide enough on it, but it's fine. I just when I finish my flip through, I'll glue this along there and stick it in, and then it's going to get put away and probably into my bookcase. So the cover, the front page, is pretty much the same as when I started this. I may have added a few extra stickers and stuff like that, but I think it's pretty much the same. I added just this quote here saying books are uniquely portable magic, which I think is Stephen King. This little bird and flower stamp and a few stickers and some more stickers and stuff like that there. The first section is the list of books, and after I had started this, I found this reading spreadsheet and started using that, and I kind of lost interest in doing this. I did fill it in, but I wasn't as into doing it because I had the spreadsheet, which I filled in fully, and then I had graphs and stuff like that of my reading and stats because of the spreadsheet. So I printed that on tea stain paper and stuck it into this at the back, so I'll show you that at the end. And I have a link to the spreadsheet, so you can do it as well for this year if you want to, because I'm using it again. It was really a good way to do it. So on to the next section is my reading goal for the year, which is 80, which I did. So yeah, I managed to do that even though I wasn't that interested in reading during the year. 80 might sound like a lot of books for a lot of people and not too much for others. It was big enough for me, I guess. The next page is just a decorative page. I have this acetone paper, I think it is, or acid paper. There, like that, and just these little embellishments underneath this ribbon. Just this lace trim. The sun is just so changeable. Lovely picture of the amazing Richard Armitage from North and South. And just this little envelope that I made. Is there something in it? Yeah, just this little it's a quote from North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell. It's inside there. It just has a stamp of some nice writing on the other side. I did read North and South again this year, so it's nice to have some little elements of things that I read tuck into spots in the reading journal. Then we have the start then of my TBRs, my reading plans, and this is just the cover page for that section, which I hope to God you can see. The light is so bad. And these are just some little elements that I stuck on there, some stamps, little scraps of paper, and a library card, a picture from the English Patient movie. I did read that book this year as well. And our first month then is January. I done up collages for all of my TBRs on my wrap up, so we'll just flip through these because there's not much explaining in them. I would write my TBR and then have the collage around it. Like here I have some of the readathons that I was doing and what books I might read. And then I don't like my writing, so I'd usually cover it with something. And here we have some more little chunks. March is the Irish Readathon each year, so we've got some Irish themed elements. I only managed to read 2 books last March. April was the Owls. And then after November, I didn't write a TBR for December. I didn't read anything at all in December. So I never made a TBR for the month, and I wasn't planning on not reading. It's just kind of the way things ended up. So then we're into my wrap-ups, and this is just the cover page for my wrap-ups, and there's just another tuck spot with some paper scraps. Those are the books that I read in January. For whatever reason, I'm more interested in doing the wrap-ups than the TBRs. I enjoy doing those more, which is why I have more kind of interactive elements. You can actually get this envelope template for free on my blog. I'll leave a link to it down below in the description. And I never filled in November or December. So I guess in December I kind of lost interest in everything bookish. I read one book in November and nothing in December. So for the reading challenges, this is the cover page for that section, and then here are the challenges that were on my Goodreads group. So I filled in the tasks and the books that I read for them next to them here. This one is just like that. I missed one there and I missed one there. And here are the challenges and the tasks on this one, or the tasks and the books. And then here are the tasks on this one, and then here are the books that I read for each line. And then in this section is where I have my Romanceopoly board. Here are the challenges that I completed. The cards for them are all there. And there's the rules of how to play. And then this is the board that I made up for it. Each one with a stamp on the envelope is one that I completed. I didn't finish the whole board. But any of them, you can open up the envelope to get the name of the spot on the board. Like, it's not like a Monopoly board, what do you call it? The name of the property. So they're just in there like that. And this was the last one that I was on. That's where I stopped. So each one with a stamp is one that I completed. I was pretty close to finishing it. So this is the one that I was on. And these are the last few cards that I had to complete. And this section then is for the books that I read for Romanceopoly. So those are the ones that I didn't finish, and then on each of these is the name of the street or property or whatever, and then the book that I read for it, just on these little cards. And while I was playing, I used to keep one of them in there, the one that I was currently on, inside there. So all this top row is completed, and then these ones are blank. And then this is for a reading challenge that Fated Mates were hosting. So I had the tasks and the books that I read here. I only completed 3 of the tasks. This comes out. It doesn't say on it. And then here is a printout of the spreadsheet that I was using on Google Sheets. So I got this spreadsheet from Smart Bitches Trashy Books. They shared it last year, and yeah, I made a copy of it to use it for myself, and then I made another copy of it to use for 2021. So, and I just printed it onto tea-stained paper. So it just looks like that. I zoom in a bit. I made some changes to the categories up on the top to suit me. And you can do the same thing as well. You can make changes to make it suit you. I think they have things about like tracking where an author is from and stuff like that. I was tracking title, author, series, genres, format, whether it was a reread, where I got the book from, how many pages, if it was an arc, things like that. So those are all the books that I read. And then here is my stats sheet from it. Okay, zoomed in a little bit too much today. So I have for page counts, how many books I read each month, the genres, how many I read per genre, in numbers, and again as a bar chart, my page counts, my star ratings. I'm very generous with the 4 stars, very few 1 stars. If a book is going to be 1 star for me, I'm probably not going to finish it. How many books I read each month as a bar chart. July was a big month for me. how many books were rereads, the comparison of formats, where the books came from, and how many were arcs. But you can make changes to this to make it work for you. So that is it. So that's my reading journal from 2020. I will have a video up soon of doing my 2021 video of doing my first journal with me for the year. I didn't make up a TBR for January or for February, so we're going to get started with March. So give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next one.